Here's what I read in January, and here are the best parts. I reread The Complete Poetry of Edgar Allan Poe, and if you're curious, are any of his poems still good in modern day? Yes. All of these poems are my favorite. I finished The Familiars, which is a work of historical fiction about two women who become unlikely friends and allies during the Pendle witch trials in 1600s England. It did take me like the first third of this book to actually get into the story, but then once I did, I couldn't put it down. In December, I had read The Hunger Games, and in January, I read Catching Fire and Mockingjay. When I went into the series, I didn't know anything about it. I hadn't seen the movies. I hadn't really heard much about the books. I knew what they were, but not much about the actual plot. I thought the first book was okay, but I was already familiar with and had seen Battle Royale, so there was not a lot of things in the first Hunger Games books that I thought were original or unique or like really surprised me, but it was a good book. I liked Catching Fire more because that is where it really deviates from anything that is similar about it to Battle Royale. But as you can see, I did not annotate anything in this book, but I did really like it and I read it in like 2 days. I thought Mockingjay was the best book in the trilogy. I did annotate some things in it, but not until like halfway through the book. I feel like halfway through the last book, Miss Suzanne showed up. Like, what were you waiting for? Like, I wish she had written all 3 books the way she wrote the last half of Mockingjay. I do have a friend who's going to be letting me borrow the first 2 books in the prequel series, so I'm looking forward to reading those as well. Unpopular opinion, but my least favorite character in this series is Katniss. I hate her. I hate her whole character. I thought maybe I would like her eventually, and my friends who have read the book said, wait till you read Mockingjay. You're going to like her. Eventually, you will like her. I did not like her. I do not like her at all. The best book that I read in January was Winter Girls. Look at this. Look how beautiful. This story is about 2 teenage girls who are best friends who make a pact with each other to be the skinniest girls in their entire school. This book is really graphic when it discusses the disorder that both of these girls have, but it is so incredibly written, and I could not put it down. I think I read this in like 1 day. I just could not stop reading it. This was one of the best books I've read in a really long time. If I had to rank these, I would say Winter Girls, Complete Works of Edgar Allan Poe, The Familiars, Mockingjay, and Catching Fire. So not a bad month because these were all really good books.